You are listening to From Ring to Veil.
I'm Shannon.
And I'm Kim.
And we are your wedding planning gurus.
We take the stress out
and put the fun back into wedding planning.
3 Secrets to a Happy Marriage, episode 191.
As you can tell, I have a co-host. That is not Shannon today.
Hello.
This is my husband, Eric.
Hello, friends.
Shannon is sick, and she is not able to record this week, and we're very sad for that. So go tell her, get well soon if you can. But I thought, what can I do? I could do a solo show, but I thought it might be funner, which is actually a word, by the way, to have my husband on. We've been married for 21 years, almost next month, and I think we have a couple things to say about marriage. Don't you?
You're not going to be able to shut me up. I have some things to say about marriage, absolutely.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
So yes, this is a wedding planning podcast, but you are entering into a marriage, so giving you just a little bit of advice and tips and secrets. I think you will gain a lot of knowledge out of this. So let's get started. We decided on 3 tips to share with you guys. What's tip number 1 or secret number 1?
First of all, can I just say, I don't have a degree in marriage or anything like that. This is merely my opinion, but I've thought long and hard and deep about this topic. And so secret number 1 is really giving it all away. 2 and 3 are important, but really secret number 1, that's what it's all about. And secret number 1 is you must think your spouse is awesome. If you don't think your spouse is awesome, it's probably not going to work out. You might want to just call it off. You really have to think you have a catch. You've got something special. You found the diamond in the rough. Because if you don't think your spouse is awesome, once the honeymoon's over, it may not work out.
It might not be as fun as you're hoping.
Right. So you have to think really deeply, like, what is this really the person I want to hitch my wagon to? I just wanted to say hitch my wagon. But yeah, it's really important. A lot of times friends come to me and they may have some marriage trouble, and it often comes down to they don't think their spouse is awesome. Said another way, not so gently, they might think they can do better. Could be the man, could be the woman. But if you think you can do better, you may not be content in that little marriage you're about to get into.
That's true. I tend to agree with you. If you don't like to spend time with your spouse, then it's probably not going to work because, through the years, you're going to spend some time with each other. You're going to want to go on vacations and you're going to want to experience things with them. If it's not something you look forward to, then you probably don't think your spouse is awesome. And again, what kind of life is that going to lead?
Yeah, I agree with you, and I'm going to go even further than that. You have to be in somewhat awe of your spouse. You have to be like, wow, this person is so special. Like, wow, how lucky am I to get to be with this person? Like, they're really good at this thing, or they're such a kind-hearted person, or they have something that makes you think, wow, this is awesome. How lucky am I to get to be with this person? And if they don't have that, the spark could fizzle out.
Wow,
There
okay.
you go.
That's deep.
Yep.
That's deep.
You're welcome.
Let's go to number 2. What's number 2? Have you tried Zola yet? If you haven't, get ready to join about 500,000 couples who have used Zola. Zola is pretty awesome because they take the stress out of the wedding planning with free wedding websites, save the dates and invitations, and a wedding registry. That registry is awesome because it is automatically integrated with your website, so people can easily find out everything they need to know about your wedding and what you want for your wedding gifts right there in the same place. You can create a free wedding website in minutes. There's over 100 beautiful wedding website designs that you can choose from. And believe me, we've done it. It's easy. There's so many things to choose from that you will perfectly match your wedding theme. You can add photos, stories, information, travel information, everything that your guests need right there on your website. To start your free wedding website or registry on Zola, go to zola.com/FRTV. That's Zola, ZOLA.com/FRTV.
Number 2 is opposites attract. If you are the same thing as your spouse, it could be a little bit difficult. You could be awesome, your spouse could be awesome, but if you're both awesome at all the same things, that could spell a little bit of trouble down the road. We're opposites, right?
Yeah, most things, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, there's some things that we share in common or enjoy. We both enjoy the same type of thing, like music. You play music, I sing, so it's a little bit opposite. But, you know, there's other things where you're a numbers person and I'm more creative in, you know, like crafty things and stuff like that. So, yes, that I agree with that, absolutely. I wouldn't say you have to be total opposites because you do need to share some kind of something with each other.
Yes, you do need to share some things. But what I find is in our relationship, when something comes up, it's clear who's in charge of that. We have a clear separation of roles and responsibilities. And it's not something that we built a chart and we said, you've got this and I've got that and you've got this and I've got that. But because we're so opposite, the problems that come up, they automatically seem to go to the right person. You know, if you have a numbers question, that's probably me. Mm-hmm. If you need to know what kind of a painting hangs on that wall, that's probably you. If something goes bump in the night, I've got that.
No, you don't.
Wait a minute. That's not true. I mean, if I hear it.
If you hear it, that's the thing.
I'm all over it. Yeah.
If the kids say something in the middle of the night, that's me.
Yes. Yes,
So,
clearly.
yeah, there's...
Yeah.
Did you hear something walking on the roof last night?
Nope.
No, I heard that. It was something up there, and I don't think it was anybody working on the roof.
Okay.
So there you go. But yes, you are right. The problems that come up or the things that just need to be taken care of that come up, they either go to you or to me. And even sometimes you'll have trouble with something and you'll need my help.
Like what? What have I ever had trouble with?
Well, let's see here. So you like my help when it comes to arranging and maybe organizing things and thinking through how something or a certain something needs to be done in a specific way so that it works for all of us.
Okay. Sure.
Would you agree with that? Or
Absolutely, I would agree with that.
And I ask you stuff every single day that I can't really wrap my mind around. So I have to come to you to get the answers, and then we'll discuss it. And then, okay, yeah, there's the decision or there's the answer.
There you go. So if you've got two people that are the same thing with the same interests, you may have some conflict. If you had two Michael Jordans on the same basketball team, it might not work out. You need different types of players on the team. And speaking of team, let's go ahead and move on to point number 3.
Okay.
The third secret to a happy marriage is you must be a team with your spouse. Life is full of challenges. The days are full of challenges, and people are throwing rocks at you, and you're dodging the rocks, and you got your shield up, and you're working your way through the battle, and you've got your teammate right there beside you. And you always know, no matter what kind of rocks you're dodging throughout the day, at the end of the day, you come together with your teammate, you celebrate the wins and the losses, and you feel like somebody's got your back. And that is the best feeling. When you know that somebody's got your back, that they're not going to take someone else's side, that they have the same interests as you, you're working toward the same goals, that's an amazing feeling. You don't feel alone. You feel like, man, this is the way it should be. Mm-hmm. And that is a beautiful thing. And if you don't have that, yeah,
you're missing out.
You're missing out. You may not be too happy. But when you've got it, when someone's got your back, that feels good.
It does.
Yeah.
Unless there's a snake around.
Well, we
Let's
don't have to
just
get
say.
into all that.
But you're right. Yes, absolutely. I totally feel the same way. You have to be a team. I mean, if you guys are going in two different directions and you want two different goals for the rest of your life, how's that going to work? If there's two people in this relationship, there needs to be a common goal and a teamwork to get to that goal.
Sometimes goals are hard because sometimes your goal may change, or you may think you
True.
want A, but a year later you want B.
True.
But
We've gone through that.
if you say, my goal is to be with this girl or to be with this boy, and that's, I'm going to be this person's teammate through whatever ups and downs. That doesn't mean you can slack off and not do your share, because you always have to do your share. You always have to keep up your end of the bargain. You can't just chill and let the other person fight the whole battle and think that they're going to, have your back forever, because it doesn't work that way. You've got to keep up your end of the bargain. But if you keep up your end, they keep up their end. Oh, that's a beautiful thing. It feels good. It feels right. And that's just the way it should be.
Right. Okay, those are our 3 big secrets, but I think we have some more things that we can share. Maybe some little nuggets of wisdom.
Go ahead.
All right. Thank you. One thing that I think needs to happen is that you need to be friends. You need to want to hang out with each other and do things together. I can't imagine going through life not really being close friends with your spouse.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that comes with the territory. This is the person you're going to spend the most time with of anybody in your life. Yeah, you should definitely like them. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Another little thing is that when they decide they've changed their goals and they want to try something else, it's very helpful if you have a spouse that is supportive and their goal is for you to be happy. So, okay, you've decided at the beginning of this marriage, you are going to go down this track for your career and you're going to end up here. But somewhere along the line, you found out about this other thing and you think, you know what, I think I want to go this vein now and get off of that track. Whereas when you first started out, your spouse was like, all right, we're doing this. We can get you all the way up to your goal. And then you switch. That's kind of hard. It'll be bumpy. It'll be hard to get through, but just being supportive as much as you can, it's just going to make it so much easier.
Absolutely. Have to support your partner through any type of goal changes, and wanting them to be happy is the ultimate goal, of course.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hence this podcast. You really want me to be happy.
Bam.
So you encourage me in this. Well, you got anything else you can think of?
Do not let your wife start a podcast. Enough said.
Do not try to get your husband to do a podcast with you, because, he might be competitive and decide he wants to make it a different type of podcast, or
Wedding planning for men.
hey, there are podcasts for that.
Really?
Yeah, of course. There's podcasts for everything.
Okay.
I just want to thank you for coming on with me and doing this quick little fun podcast to try to help our listeners get a good start to their marriage. 21 years, you learn a couple things, right?
3.
3 things.
Yep, 3 things.
We gave some more nuggets, so you
Okay.
learn more than 3. But thank you for coming on with me and filling in for Shannon.
You're welcome. And may you get well soon, Shannon Palmer.
Yeah, Shannon. So if you are not subscribed to the podcast, please subscribe to the podcast. We are everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you can think of, we should be there. If we're not, let us know, because we want to be there. So until next time, no stress, no worries. Keep calm and listen on.
Bye, friends.
Music provided by bensound.com.